Okay, so now we are live stream. Hare Krishna Sandeep Prabhuji and Hare Krishna Asha Mataji. When you are both ready, so kindly start with invocation prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 3 times and then kindly start the shlokas, please. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Chapter 2, verse 25. Avyaktoyam achintoyam avikaryoyam uchyate tasmad evam viditvainam nanu shochitum harhasi.
It is said that the soul is invisible, inconceivable, and immutable. Knowing this, you should not grieve for the body.
Atha chainam nityajatam nityam va manyase mritam tathapi tvam mahabaho nainam shochitum harasi.
If, however, you think that the soul or the symptoms of life will always be born and die forever, you still have no reason to lament, O mighty owl.
Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityur dhruvam janma mrityasya cha tasmad apariharyar arte natvam shochitum harhasi.
One who has taken his birth is sure to die, and after death, one is sure to take birth again. Therefore, in the unavoidable discharge of your duty, you should not lament.
Avyaktaadini bhutani vyaktamadhyani bharata avyakta nidananeva tatrata paridevana.
All created beings are unmanifest in their beginning, manifest in their interim state, and unmanifest again when annihilated. So, what need is there for lamentation?
आश्चर्यवत् पश्यति कश्चिदेनम् आश्चर्यवद् वदति तथैव चान्यः आश्चर्यवच्चैनम् अन्यः शृणोति श्रुत्वापि एनं वेद न चैव कश्चित्.
Some look on the soul as amazing, some describe him as amazing, and some hear of him as amazing, while others, even after hearing about him, cannot understand him at all.
देहि नित्यम् अवद्योऽयं देहे सर्वस्य भारत तस्मात् सर्वाणि भूतानि न त्वं शोचितुं हर्हसि.
O descendant of Bharata, he who dwells in the body can never be slain. Therefore, you need not grieve for any living being.
स्वधर्मम् अपि चावेक्ष्य न विकम्पितुं हर्हसि धर्म्यादियुधश्रेयोऽन्यत् क्षत्रियस्य न विद्यते.
Considering your specific duty as a Kshatriya, you should know that there is no better engagement for you than fighting on religious principles, and so there is no need for hesitation.
यदृच्छया चोपपन्नं स्वर्गद्वारम् अपवृतं सुखिनः क्षत्रियः पार्थ लभन्ते युद्धम् ईदृशम्.
O Partha, happy are the Kshatriyas to whom such fighting opportunities come unsought, opening for them the doors of the heavenly planets.
अतः चेत्त्वम् इमं धर्म्यं सङ्ग्रामं न करिष्यसि ततः स्वधर्मं कीर्तं च हित्वा पापम् अवाप्स्यसि.
If, however, you do not perform your religious duty of fighting, then you will certainly incur sins for neglecting your duties and thus lose your reputation as a fighter.
अकीर्तिं चापि भूतानि कथयिष्यन्ति ते व्यायं सम्भवितस्य कीर्तिर्मरणाद् अतिरिच्यते.
People will always speak of your infamy, and for a respectable person, dishonor is worse than death.
भयाद् रणाद् उपरतं मांस्यन्ते त्वं महारथः येषां च त्वं बहुमतो भूत्वा यशसि लाघवम्.
The great generals who have highly esteemed your name and fame will think that you have left the battlefield out of fear only, and thus they will consider you insignificant.
आवच्च वदंश्च बाहुन् वदिष्यन्ति तव इतः निन्दन्तस्तव सामर्थ्यं ततो दुःखतरं नु किम्.
Your enemies will describe you in many unkind words and scorn your ability. What could be more painful for you?
हतो वा प्राप्स्यसि स्वर्गं जित्वा वा भोक्ष्यसे महिम् तस्मात् उत्तिष्ठ कौन्तेय युद्धाय कृतनिश्चयः.
O son of Kundi, either you will be killed on the battlefield and attain the heavenly planets, or you will conquer and enjoy the earthly kingdom. Therefore, get up with determination and fight.
सुखदुःखे समे कृत्वा लभालभौ जय लभालाभौ लाभालभौ जयाजयौ ततो युद्धाय युज्यस्व नैवं पापम् अवाप्स्यसि.
Do thou fight for the sake of fighting, without considering happiness or distress, loss or gain, victory or defeat, and by so doing you shall never incur sin.
एष ते बिभिथसाङ्ख्ये बुद्धिर्योगे त्वम् इमं शृणु बुद्ध्या युक्तो यया पार्थ कर्मबन्धं प्रहस्यसि.
Thus far, I have described this knowledge to you through analytical study. Now listen as I explain in terms of working without fruitive results. O son of Pratha, when you act in such knowledge, you can free yourself from the bondage of work.
नेह विक्रमनाशोऽस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते स्वल्पम् अपि यस्य धर्मस्य त्रयते महतो भयात्.
In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear.
व्यवसायत्मिक बुद्धिर् एकेह कुरु नन्दन बाहुशका हि अनन्तश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनाम्.
Those who are on this path are resolute in purpose, and their aim is one. O beloved child of Gurus, the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many branched.
याम् इमां पुष्पितां वाचं प्रवदन्ति अविपश्चितः वेदवादरतः पार्थ नान्यद् अस्तीति वादिनः कामात्मनः स्वर्गपर जन्मकर्मफलप्रदां क्रियाविशेषबाहुलां भोगैश्वर्यगतिं प्रति.
Men of small knowledge are very much attached to the flowery words of Vedas, which recommend various fruitive activities for elevation to heavenly planets, resultant good birth, power, and so forth. Being desirous of sense gratification, and opulent life, they say that there is nothing more than this.
भोगैश्वर्यप्रसक्तानां दयाभार्तचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिकबुद्धिः समादौ न विधीयते.
In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence, and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place.
त्रैगुण्यविषया वेद निस्त्रैगुण्यो भवर्जुन निर्द्वन्द्वो नित्यसत्त्वस्थो निर्योगक्षेम आत्मवान्.
The Vedas deal mainly with the subject of the three modes of material nature. O Arjuna, become transcendental to these three modes. Be from all dualities and from all anxieties for gain and safety, and be established in the self.
यावान् अर्थ उदापाने सर्वतः सम्प्लुतोदके तावान् सर्वेषु वेदेषु ब्रह्मणस्य विजानतः.
All purposes served by a small well can at once be served by a great reservoir of water. Similarly, all the purposes of the Vedas can be served to one who knows the purpose behind them.
कर्मणि एवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भूर्मा ते सङ्गोऽस्त्व अकर्मणि.
You have a right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled to the fruits of action. Never consider yourself the cause of the results of your activities, and never be attached to not doing your duty.
योगस्थः कुरु कर्माणि सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा धनञ्जय सिद्धि असिद्ध्योः समाभूत्वा समत्वं योग उच्यते.
Perform your duty equipoised, O Arjuna, abandoning all attachment to success or failure. Such equanimity is called yoga.
Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you so much, Sandeep Prabhuji and Asha Mataji. Very beautiful recitations. So nice.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Om Tat Satiti Srimad Bhagavadgitasu Upanishatsu Brahma Vidhyayam Yoga Shastre Samkhya Yogo Nama Dvitiyodhyayah. Hare Krishna. Okay, so thank you so much, Asha Mataji. Okay, if you're all happy, we shall move to the next part, Japa session. So can I request all the devotees, wherever it is possible, kindly unmute and do the Japa. So before we start Japa, can I request anyone to do Panchatattva mantra 3 times? So we can start the Japa. Anyone would like to do? Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu 3 times.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. If anyone is still chanting, so kindly chant behind. Meanwhile, we shall move on to the next program, and also we welcome Hare Krishna Gauringi Mataji, Hemlata Mataji, Sakshi Mataji, Sanchita Mataji, and Saurak Mataji. Then what pranam to all of you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. धन्यवाद प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी प्रणाम।
Okay, so we shall move to the next one. So next is the Kirtana. So today our Kirtana is by Hemlata Mataji.
Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Mataji wanted to sing any Kirtan, Mataji, that I need to share on the screen.
No, it's just Radha Madhav. Yeah.
You want someone to respond with you, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu, if Gaurangi Mataji is
Yes. Gauringi Mataji, are
happy
you?
to.
यस प्रभु जी।
Okay, thank you, Mataji. When you are ready.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Jai Radha Madhava Jai Kunj Bihari
जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी
Jaya Radha Madhava Jai Kunj Bihari
जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunj Bihari
जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी
Jaya Gopi Jan Ballabha
जय गोपी जन बल्लभा
Jaya Gopi Jan Ballabha
जय गोपी जन बल्लभा
Jai Girvardhari
जय गिरिवरधारी
Jaya Radha Madhava Jai Kunj Bihari
जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी
Jaya Gopi Jan Ballabha Jaya Girvardhari
जय गोपी जन बल्लभा जय गिरवरधारी
Jaya Gopi Jan Ballabha Jaya Girvardhari
जय गोपी जन बल्लभा जय गिरवरधारी
यशोधनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना यशोधन
यशोदनन्दना व्रजनरञ्जना
यशोधनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना
यशोदनन्दना
यशोधनन्दन
व्रजनरञ्जना
यशोधनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना
यशोदानन्दना ब्रजजनरञ्जना
यशोदानन्दना ब्रजजनरञ्जना
यशोदानन्दना ब्रजजनरञ्जना
यशोधनन्दना ब्रजजनरञ्जना
यशोदानन्दना ब्रजजनरञ्जना
जमुनातीरावञ्चारी
जमुनातीरावनचारी
जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी
जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी
जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी
जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी
मुरली मनोहर करुणा सागर
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 जय गोवर्धन धारी
जय गोवर्धन धारी
जय गोवर्धन धारी
जय गोवर्धन धारी
जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी
जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी
जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी
जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
जय राधा गोकुल नंद, राधा गोकुल नंद, राधा गोकुल नंद श्री राधे।
जय राधा गोकुलानंद राधा गोकुलानंद राधा गोकुलानंद श्री राधे
जय सीता राम लक्ष्मण हनुमान, जय सीता राम लक्ष्मण हनुमान।
जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान
जय राधा माधव, राधा माधव, राधा माधव, जय राधे।
जय राधा माधव राधा माधव श्री राधे
जय जगन्नाथ, जय बलदेव, जय सुभद्रा, जय सुभद्रा।
जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा।
जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा।
जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा।
जय गौर निताय जय गौर निताय।
जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय।
निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल।
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल।
जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद।
जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद।
जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव।
जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव।
श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
जय।
जय। थैंक यू माता जी, थैंक यू
जय
माता जी। हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much,
हरे
Indulekha
कृष्ण।
Mataji. And Gaurangi Mataji, so beautiful, very nice to hear, so divine, very wonderful. Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, so we shall move on to the next part. It is the Guru Vandana prayers by Sakshi Mataji and Hare Krishna Sakshi Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, you want someone to respond or you want to do on your own, Mataji?
However, if anyone would like to follow, and
Prabhavati Sachi Mataji, would you like to accompany Sakshi Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, yes.
Okay, thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Shri Guru Charan Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma.
Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma.
Bandho mui savdhan mate.
Bandhu muji savadana mate.
Jahara prasade bhai e bhav toriya jai.
Jahara prasade bhai ye bhava toriya jai.
Krishna prapti hoy ja hoy te.
Krishna prapti hoy jaha hoy te.
Guru mukha padma vakya chitte koriya aikya.
Guru mukha padma vakya chitte koriya aikya.
Arna kori ho mani asha.
Arna kori ho mane asha.
Shri Guru Charane rati aise uttama gati.
Shri Guru Charane rati aise uttama gati.
Je prasade pure sarva asha.
जे प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा।
चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से।
चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से।
दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो।
दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो।
प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होय ते अविद्या विनाशी जाते।
प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होय ते अविद्या विनाशा जाते।
वेदे जाय जहाँ राचरितो।
वेदे गाय जहर चरितो।
श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधमा जनारा बंधु।
श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु जनर बंधु।
लोके नाथ लोके राजीवाना।
लोकनाथ लोके जीवाना।
हाँ हाँ प्रभु कोरो दोया देहो मोर पद छाया।
हा हा प्रभु करो दया देह मोरे पद चया।
एबे जसा घुसुक त्रिभुवना।
एबे जश गुशुक्रि भुवना।
प्रभुपाद पतित पावना।
प्रभुपाद पतित पावना।
गुरुदेव ले लो शरण।
गुरुदेव ले शरणा।
जय प्रभुपदा 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 जय प्रभुपदा।
जय जय प्रभुपदा 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 जय प्रभुपदा।
जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय गुरुदेव।
जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय श्रील गुरुदेव।
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल।
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल।
शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्णा।
जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। थैंक यू माता जी।
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Very beautiful Mataji. Prabhavati Sachi Mataji and Sakshi Mataji. Thank you so much. It's a Prabhavati Sachi Mataji is giving opportunity for everyone. Thank you so much. Okay.
It's a Gaura Sangha Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Very good.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so we shall move to the next part. Mangalacharan page by Gauringi Mataji. Hare Krishna, Gauringi Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
When you are ready.
ओके प्रभु जी। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पदन सागण ललिता श्री विशाखा विंशांश। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपीश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुरायैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिने इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। थैंक यू प्रभु जी।
Hare Krishna. Very beautiful. Thank you so much, Garangi Mataji. Nice Mangalachan pairs. Okay, so we shall move on to the next one. It's the Premadhvani prayers by Mrida Sachi Mataji. Do we have Mrida Sachi Mataji? Okay, Mataji is not here. Can I request Indulekha Mataji to lead Premadhvani prayers if you are happy?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, yes, thank you. Jaya Nitya Leela Pravishta Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parijagacharya Astotra Sat Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Shri A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Maharaj Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parijagacharya Astotra Sat Shri Srimad Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai.
Ananda Koti Vaishnav Vrindi ki Jai.
Jai.
Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki Jai.
Jai.
ISKCON Foundation Shri Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai.
प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुन राधा कुन गिरि गोवर्धन की जय।
Jai.
वृंदावन धाम की जय।
Jai.
मथुरा धाम की जय।
Jai.
नवदीप धाम की जय।
Jai.
जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय।
Jai.
गंगा माई की जय।
Jai.
माई की जय।
Jai.
श्री देवी की जय।
Jai.
जय
Jai.
संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय।
Jai.
मृदंगा की जय।
Jai.
सामवेद भक्ति वृंद की जय।
Jai.
गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि
Hari
बोल।
Hari Bol.
All glories are somebody devotees, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
All glories are somebody devotees, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Somebody devotees, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
All glories to Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
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 Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Indulekha Mataji. Very nice. Thank you so much. Okay, so with that one, all our prayers are done. Now we shall move to the topic, Srimad Bhagavadgita. So we are in the Srimad Bhagavadgita, chapter 2 and verse number 26. Sorry, 25 and 26. And what's the shall Devanagari thing? Okay, so we shall go in the same pattern as we do. We take, first of all, we try to catch up this verse, Sanskrit verse. In the first once or twice we recite, and then I request all devotees follow me line by line, and all devotees take a turn to recite the verse. And then later on, allocated devotee is going to speak on the verse, and then later on reflections by the devotees as well. Okay, so before we start Bhagavad Gita, so can I request follow me with Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 3 times. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 So we shall start reciting the verse. So Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 verse number 25. So in the last session, so Krishna has been speaking about the soul, the properties of the soul. So saying that Nainam chindanti sastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, na chainam kledayam chapo, na shoshayati marutaha. So the soul cannot be destroyed by any weapon or by the fire or the water or the air. Likewise, अच्छेद्योयम अदाह्योयम अक्लेद्यो अशोष एवचम नित्यः सर्वगतः स्थाणुः अचलोयम सनातनः. So it is अच्छेद्योयम, which cannot be distracted. अच्छेद्योयम अदाह्योयम, it cannot be adahya, which cannot be like a drying up kind of thing. Adahyoyam akledjo, unable to burn it. And then aklejyaha, insoluble. Asosya, not able to dry it. And then nityaha, everlasting. Sarvagataha, all pervading. Stanuhu, unchangeable. Achalaha, immovable. And then sanatanaha, eternally the same. It is, there is no change to the soul. It is always eternal. So these are the characteristics or properties of the soul. We are all souls actually. The bodies are just only coverings. Okay, so in that sequence, further Krishna is giving few more propensities as well, a few more properties or characteristics. Okay, so avyaktoyam achinchoyam avikaryoyam ujjate tasmadevam viditvainam nanusochitum arhasi. Avyaktoyam achinchoyam avikaryoyam ujjate tasmadevam viditvainam nanusochitum arhasi. Avyaktoyam achinchoyam avikaryoyam ujjate tasmadevam viditvainam nanusochitum arhasi. Okay, so now I request dear devotees, repeat line by line behind me. Avyaktoyam achinchoyam
Avyaktoyam achintoyam
avikaryoyam ujjate
avikaryoyam uchyate
tasmadevam viditvainam
tasmadevam viditvainam
nanusochitum arhasi.
nanushocitum arhasi.
Avyaktoyam achinchoyam
Avyaktoyam achintoyam
avikaryoyam ujjate
avikaryoyam uchyate
tasmadevam viditvainam
tasmadevam viditvainam
nanusochitum arhasi.
nanushocitum arhasi.
Avyaktoyam achinchoyam
Avyaktoyam achintoyam
avikaryoyam ujjate
avikaryoyam uchyate
tasmadevam viditvainam
तस्मादेवं विदित्वैनं
नानुशोचितुमर्हसि.
नानुशोचितुमर्हसि.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. So now I request dear devotees kindly take the turns and recite the words starting from Asha Mataji, please. Alphabetical order. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Can I do last?
Yes, yeah, sure, Mataji. Okay, so in that case, next we'll start with Gaurangi Mataji. Hare Krishna Gaurangi Mataji. Okay, if Mataji is not available quickly, Gayatri Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु अव्यक्तोऽयम् अचिन्त्योऽयम् अविकार्योऽयमुच्यते तस्मादेवं विदित्वैनं नानुशोचितुम् अर्हसि.
Thank you, Mataji. And Prabhuji as well.
अव्यक्तोऽयम् अचिन्तोऽयम् अविकार्योऽयम् उच्यते तस्मादेवं विदित्वैनं नानुशोचितुम् अर्हसि.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Prabhuji and Mataji. Next, can I request Mataji, please?
Hare Krishna. Avyaktoyam achittoyam avikaroyam uchyate tasmat evam viditvenam nanu marhasi.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Can you request next Indulekha Mataji, please?
Hare Krishna. Avyaktoyam achintyoyam avikaryoyam uchyate tasmadevam viditvenam nanushocitum arhasi.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. And do we have Saurabh Prabhuji? Okay, Prabhuji is not available. Okay, Mrida Sachi Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण बोलो.
Saurabh Prabhuji, are you? Yes, Prabhuji.
Sorry.
Yes, sure, Prabhuji. Mrida Sachi Mataji, please.
अवक्तोऽयम् अचिन्तोऽयम् अविकार्योऽयम् उच्यते तस्मादेवं विदित्वैनं नानुशोचितुम् अर्हसि.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Can request Prabhavati Sachi Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण अव्यक्तोऽयम् अचिन्त्योऽयम् अविकार्योऽयम् उच्यते तस्मादेवं विदित्वैनं नानुशोचितुम् अर्हसि.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Sakshi Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण अव्यक्तोऽयम् अचिन्तोऽयम् अविकार्योऽयमुच्यते तस्मादेवं विदित्वेनं नानुशोचितुम् अर्हसि.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Sanchita Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण अव्यक्तोऽयम् अचिन्तोऽयम् अविकार्योऽयम् उच्यते तस्माद् एवं विदित्वैनं नानुशोचितुम् अर्हसि. हरे कृष्ण.
Any other family members, Mataji?
Not yet, Prabhu, no.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Very nice.
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Sri Govindas Prabhuji and Supriya Gopi Mataji. Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Avyaktoyam achintyoyam avyakaryo ayam uchyate tasmad evam viditvainam nanu sochitam arhasi.
Hare Krishna. Avyaktoyam achintyoyam avikaryoyam uchyate तस्मादेवं विदित्वैनं नानुशोचितुम् अर्हसि.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Asha Mataji, please.
Avyaktoyam ahinyoyam avikaryoyam ushyade tasmat evam viditvainam nanunoshtitum arhasi.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Do we have Gauringi Mataji? Okay, that's fine. Okay, so avyaktoyam achinchoyam avikaryoyam uchyate tasmadjeva viditvainam nanu sochitum arhasi. So here Krishna is saying, Krishna is saying that it is invisible and inconceivable. Avyaktoyam achinchoyam avikaryoyam and immutable. There is no vikara. It is avikaryoyam uchyate, it is said. And tasmadyevam viditvainam. And then tasmad, knowing this, viditvainam nanu sochitum arhasi. So likewise, Krishna saying, you should not grieve for the body. Okay, so this verse is going to be described by Gayatri Mataji. Hare Krishna, Gayatri Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Would you like to do the synonyms, translation and purport, and kindly add your reflections from this verse, Mataji?
Sure, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Avyaktoyam achintyoyam avikaryoyam uchyate tasmadevam viditvainam nanushocitum arhasi. Synonyms: avyaktaha, invisible; ayam, this soul; achintya, inconceivable; ayam, this soul; avikaraya, unchangeable; ayam, this soul; uchyate, is said; tasmat, therefore; evam, like this; viditva, knowing it well; enam, this soul; na, do not; anushochitum, to lament; arhasi, you deserve. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. It is said that the soul is invisible, inconceivable, and immutable. Knowing this, you should not grieve for the body. Purport: as described previously, the magnitude of the soul is so small for our material calculation that he cannot be seen even by the most powerful microscope. Therefore, he is invisible. As far as the soul's existence is concerned, no one can establish his existence experimentally beyond the proof of Shruti or Vedic wisdom. We have to accept this truth because there is no other source of understanding the existence of the soul. Although it is a fact by perception, there are many things we have to accept solely on grounds of superior authority. No one can deny the existence of his father based upon the authority of his mother. There is no source of understanding the identity of the father except by the authority of the mother. Similarly, there is no source of understanding the soul except by studying the Vedas. In other words, the soul is inconceivable by human experimental knowledge. The soul is consciousness and conscious. That also is the statement of the Vedas, and we have to accept that. Unlike the bodily changes, there is no change in the soul. As eternally unchangeable, the soul remains atomic in comparison to the infinite supreme soul. The supreme soul is infinite, and the atomic soul is infinitesimal. Therefore, the infinitesimal soul, being unchangeable, can never become equal to the infinite soul or the supreme personality of Godhead. This concept is repeated in the Vedas in different ways just to confirm the stability of the conception of the soul. Repetition of something is necessary in order that we understand the matter thoroughly without error. Hare Krishna. So here, when we read the translation, Srila Prabhupada is clearly translated these verses. It is said that the soul is invisible. So invisible, when meaning we cannot see from our material eyes, our senses. So that means we are not able to see the soul. That doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Just because we are not able to see from with our material eyes. So that is what invisible means. And then inconceivable means we cannot understand or imagine by the material senses what we have. So with our material senses, we will not be able to imagine how the soul is, or how the or we cannot understand the soul. So we have to that's what inconceivable means. And then immutable. Immutable means unchangeable. So unchangeable meaning the body goes through a lot of changes from before birth, from when it is in the womb, it changes. From till death, it keeps changing. So immutable meaning here it is unchangeable. So knowing this, you should not grieve for the body. So Krishna is telling Arjuna, as we know already, Arjuna was bewildered, and when he saw that he has to fight with his own relatives, his uncles, teachers, and also Bhishma Dev, his grandfather himself. So he was very much bewildered, and then he put his Gandiva down, and then he was asking Krishna to give him the knowledge about like what to do at that moment when he was completely bewildered. So that's when Krishna started to speak about the the soul, and how it works, like, and how why he should not be grieving for the body, because body can be is just material and soul is not. It cannot be killed. So when that's what Srila Prabhupada in the purport he starts explaining, like soul is, as this magnitude of the soul is so small for our material calculation, so that when he's saying that the soul is incredibly small, about 1/10,000 of the size of the tip of the hair. If we cut the tip of the hair, and if we cut that again by one small piece of the tip of the hair, again cut into 10,000s, that's how small the soul is. But we cannot see it, but it is very, very powerful. We cannot see it, but it has the chaitanya. But and even the most powerful microscope we cannot see it. It is invisible. So and also Srila Prabhupada is explaining, as far as the soul's existence is concerned, no one can establish his existence experimentally beyond the proof of Shruti or Vedic wisdom. So here Srila Prabhupada is mentioning that soul's existence cannot be just found through some material experiments, as nowadays when the um, through experiments in the labs, people try to figure out a lot of things, but that's not how we can figure out how the soul is existing. We have to only follow through the Shruti, our Vedic wisdom. When Srila Prabhupada is saying about the Vedic wisdom, we have to understand that how Vedas are so important, where the Vedas are coming from, and why we have to accept Vedas. So in when we are speaking about Vedas, soul cannot be understood except through studying of Vedas. So we have to understand through a bona fide guru who can actually teach us what the soul is, and who is the guru who we can accept as a guru. Only the gurus who are coming under the disciplic succession, which is called parampara, from Veda Vyasa himself. So, and before even Veda Vyasa got this knowledge from Narada Muni, and then from Narada got all these instructions and knowledge by Brahma himself, and Brahma got all these instructions from Krishna himself. So from Krishna, when everything has been spoken by Krishna himself, the Vedic wisdom, so we know that all this is coming directly from Krishna as a parampara system, and we are following that that parampara. So we know that we are in the right direction, and we are believing in the right, because it is coming directly from Krishna himself. So when Vedavyasa wrote all these books, he instructed, and then Sutam Muni and everybody, from there we got all these instructions. So we know that we are we are in the right direction, because Srila Prabhupada is the disciple of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura. Who is also one of, like following the instructions from Vyasa Bhagavan. And Vyasa Dev is Swayam Bhagavan. He is also incarnation of Bhagavan himself, because Vyasadev is mentioned as Swayam incarnation of Bhagavan in the in Sahasranamam. In Sahasranamam it says Veda Vyaso Bhagavan Rishihi. So he himself is the incarnation of Bhagavan. So we know that everything, whatever is said in the Vedas and all this Shruti, what we are hearing is correct. And then we have to accept this. And also Srila Prabhupada is mentioning that there is no other superior, we have to accept solely on grounds of superior authority, and they are the superior authority. We know that Veda Vyasa Dev is superior authority, and from him all this is coming. So we know that we have to accept it. And no one can deny the existence of his father based upon the authority of his mother. So when mother says this is your father, well, then we have to accept it, because only mother knows who the father is. That's what Srila Prabhupada always mentions, that only mother knows who the father is. So similarly, we have to understand that the Vedas are the only way to understand our own self, as well as Bhagavan. So, in other words, the soul is inconceivable by human experimental knowledge. The soul is consciousness and conscious. He is saying that the soul, only because of soul, we have this consciousness, and soul is conscious. And the body, material body, is not conscious. So, because of the soul, we are existing. Otherwise, it is just a material body. Without the soul, it is just a body. That's it. There is no Chaitanya in it. That is also the statement of the Vedas, and we have to accept that. Unlike the bodily changes, there is no change in the soul. As eternally unchangeable, the soul remains atomic in comparison to the infinite supreme soul. So when Srila Prabhupada is saying that this soul is very, very small, inconceivable, which we cannot see, and also the it doesn't change, immutable, because it doesn't undergo changes as this material body. Material body keeps changing from childhood, from baby to toddler, from toddler to like teenager, from teenager to youth and middle age, and then we get old, and then finally the body dies. But the soul does not. The soul does not die, and it doesn't go through all these changes. That's why it is called immutable and unchangeable. So then the supreme soul is in comparison to the infinite supreme soul, like as eternally unchangeable, the soul remains atomic in comparison to the infinite supreme soul. So Srila Prabhupada is telling that the supreme personality of Godhead, he is infinite. But our soul is also, our soul, but infinite. He's big. We cannot imagine how big he is. That's why it is mentioned as infinite. But the soul is small, atomic in comparison. So our soul is very, very tiny compared to the supreme infinite supreme soul. but it has the similar qualities, but in very, very tiny amount. So we don't have the same even though we are similar to the super soul, but we are very we have very small amounts of everything what God has. And being unchangeable can never become equal to the infinite soul. So we since we are such a small soul, we are we even though we are unchangeable, we can never become equal to the infinite soul. So in God is too big. We cannot become like him. So some Mayavadis say that we can become one as God, but no, that is not possible because we are very tiny. Our soul is very small, so we cannot become one with infinite soul and the supreme or the personality of supreme Godhead. So this concept is repeated in the Vedas in different ways just to confirm the stability of the conception of the soul. So this has been so told so many times, repeatedly said in Vedas in different ways. To understand the stability of the conception of the soul. And repetition of something is necessary in order that we understand the matter thoroughly without error. Because we have to say the same thing, teach the same thing again and again, because otherwise we first of all, we will not be able to understand. And even if we understand, we have the tendency to forget everything. So it has to be repeated many times so that we can actually remember and also understand and remember. So Srila Prabhupada is mentioning that it has to be repeated many times. Some people say why they are saying the same thing again and again, but we have to remember that we are very much forgetful. So we have to say that again and again to remember these things. So this is the purport which I understood, Prabhu. So thank you so much for giving this opportunity. Hare Krishna, everybody, for patiently listening to me. Thank you so much. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very beautifully explained this purport. Yes, it is very wonderful. Thank you so much, Mataji. And dear devotees, if you have got any questions, kindly ask Mataji. Or if you wanted to share anything, kindly share. And we got Ram Lala Prabhuji as well. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, and thank you for kindly joining and giving your association. Okay. Any questions, or you wanted to add anything to this shloka? Avyaktoyam achinchoyam avikaryoyam uchyate tasmadyevam viditvainam nanu sochitum arhasi.
Hare Krishna, Gayatri Mataji very nicely explained the purport and the translation. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you so much.
Okay, so that is from the purport and shloka. This is tada purushatmanam kevalam prakritehe param nirantaram swayam jyotihi animanam akhanditam. Animanam nirantaram swayam jyotihi. It is the self-effulgent, and animanam so tiny. Nirantaram swayam jyotihi animanam akhanditam. It is continuously. It is always eternal, sanatana. So we do not have to, whenever we know that it is eternal, why we worry about the body and fear about the body, like for eating and sleeping and all, just for the material existence. We do not have to worry about. This is called akuto bhayam. So jnana vairagyuktena bhakti yogena yoginaha kshemaya padamulam me pravishanti akuto bhayam. That is what eten me janma lokesmin pumsam nishresodayah tivrena bhakti yogena manomai arpitam stiram. So that Kapila Bhagavan gives a few statements. Of course, Krishna says many times, as Prabhupada mentions, this is repeated again and again in the Vedas just to affirm this one. So it is necessary that we understand matter thoroughly in all angles. So for example, if I ask if I say in the home, when the children are growing up, for example, the teenagers, if I say something, then children, in order to, if I say don't eat this one, then they will come out so many different angles. Oh, I will do like in this way, because you said only that way, they will find so many other ways. So, but in order to condemn all such kind of conceptions from the children's as well, likewise, Vedas give explanations in all directions. It may be the same thing, repetition of something is necessary in order that we understand the matter thoroughly. Okay, so that way Prabhupada is explaining here. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very beautifully explained. Okay, this is avyaktoyam achinchoyam avikaryoyam uchyate tasma jevam viditvainam nanusochitu marhasi. Okay, we shall move to the next shloka. So Krishna again. So here he is speaking in another angle. Krishna is saying in another angle that if you think, Arjuna, so if you think the soul, if it is every time it takes birth and then dies, then why you need to worry about it? Whenever, as soon as you die, again if you take birth, there is no need to lament. So in such a way, another angle also Krishna is saying here. Okay, once again, we'll recite this verse and then follow in the same pattern. Ata chainam nitya jatam nityam va manyase mrutam tatapi tvam mahabaho nainam sochitum arhasi. Ata chainam nitya jatam nityam va manyase mrutam tatapi tvam mahabaho nainam sochitum arhasi. अत चैनं नित्यजातं नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतं तथापि त्वं महाबाहो नैनं शोचितुमर्हसि. So Krishna is saying further. So just before we decide, if however you think that soul is or the symptoms of life will always be born and die forever, you still have no reason to lament, O mighty armed. Okay, so this is the meaning. I request dear devotees follow it line by line. Follow behind me. Repeat. अथ चैनं नित्यजातं
अथ चैनं नित्यजातं
नित्यजातं
नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतं
नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतं
मृतं
तथापि त्वं महाबाहो
तथापि
तथापि
त्वं
त्वं
महाबाहो
महाबाहो
नैनं शोचितुमर्हसि.
नैनं
नैनं
शोचितुमर्हसि.
शोचितुमर्हसि
अथ चैनं नित्यजातं
अथ
अथ
चैनं
चैनं
नित्यजातं
नित्यजातं
नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतं
नित्यं
नित्यं
वा
वा मनसे
मन्यसे
मृतम्
मृतं
तथापि त्वं महाबाहो
तथापि
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 त्वं
महाबाहो
महाभावो
नैनं शोचितुमर्हसि.
नैनं
नैनं
शोचितुमर्हसि.
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 So now I request dear devotees kindly take the turn as it was done before. Do you have Gaurangi Mataji to start with? Okay, if Mataji is not available, and Gayatri Mataji, would you like to, and Prabhuji, please.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु. अथ चैनं नित्यजातं नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतं तथापि त्वं महाबाहो नैनं शोचितुमर्हसि.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु. अथ चैनं नित्यजातं नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतं तथापि त्वं महाबाहो नैनं शोचितुं हरसि.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Prabhuji and Mataji. Hemlata Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण. अथ चैनं नित्यजातं नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतं तथापि त्वं महाभावो नैनं शोचितुमर्हसि. हरे कृष्ण.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Next, Indulekha Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. अथ चैनं नित्यजातं नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतं तथापि त्वं महाबाहो नैनं शोचितुम् अर्हसि.
Very
Hare
nice.
Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so next, Vridasachi Mataji, please. Okay, if Mataji is not available, Prabhavati Sachi Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु। अथ चैनं नित्यजातं नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतं तथापि त्वं महाबाहो नैनं शोचितुमर्हसि।
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Vridasachi Mataji.
अथ चैनं नित्यजातं नित्यं वा मनस्ये मर्तं तथापि तव महाबाहो नैनं शोचितुम् अर्हसि। हरे कृष्ण।
Arhasi. Okay, thank you, Mataji. Okay, would Ramlala Prabhuji would like to try, if possible, otherwise, fine, Prabhuji. Just asking. Okay, so we shall move on to Sakshi Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण अथ चैनं नित्यजातं नित्यं वा मनसे मृतं तथापि त्वं महाबाहो नैनं शोचितुमर्हसि हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna. Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, next, Sanchita Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु अथ चैनं नित्यजातं नित्यं वा मनसे मन्यसे मृतं तथापि त्वं महाबाहो नैनं शोचितुम् अर्हसि हरे कृष्ण
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Next, Shridhar Govindas Prabhuji and Subhaya Gopi Mataji, please.
अथ चैनं नित्यजातं नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतं तथापि त्वं महाभागो नैनं शोचितुम् अर्हसि
अत चैनं नित्यजातं नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतं तथापि त्वं महाबाहो नैनं शोचितुमर्हसि.
Very beautiful. Thank you so much, Prabhuji and Mataji.
Thank you,
Thank
Prabhu.
you.
Asha Mataji, please.
अदसैनं नित्यजातं नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतं तदापि त्वं महाबाहो नैनं शोचितुम् अर्हसि
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Do we have Gauringi Mataji now?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
अथ चैनं नित्यजातं नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतं तथापि त्वं महाबाहो नैनं शोचितुमर्हसि.
Very beautiful. Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you so much, all the dear devotees. So, atachainam nityajatam nityam va manyase mritam tadapitvam mahabaho nainam sochitum arhasi. So, Krishna is saying that if you think the soul or the symptoms of life will always be born and die forever, you still have no reason to lament because, oh mighty Amrajuna, it takes the fresh body and then it grows and enjoys again, it dies, again it takes birth like that. So Krishna is saying, no need to worry about that one, no need to lament. Okay, so this verse is going to be explained by Indulekha Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Can you hear me properly?
Yes, Mataji. Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you. Thank you, Hare Krishna. So I'll start with reading the verse, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Verse 26. Atha chainam nityajatam nityam va manyase mritam tathapi tvam mahabaho nenam sochitum marhasi. Synonyms. Atha, if, however, cha also, enam, this soul, nitya jatam, always born, nityam, forever, va, either, manyase, you so think, mritam, dead, tatha, api, still, tvam, you, mahabahu, almighty armed one. No, never, enam, about the soul, sochitum, to lament, arhasi, deserved. Translation by Bhagavadgita. If, however, you think that the soul or the symptoms of life will always be born and die forever, you still have no reason to lament, O mighty armed. Purport: there is always a class of philosophers, almost akin to the Buddhists, who do not believe in the separate existence of the soul beyond the body. When Lord Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita, it appears that such philosophers existed, and they were known as Lokayitikas and Vaibhashikas. Such philosophers maintain that life symptoms take place at a certain mature condition of material combination. The modern material scientists and materialist philosophers also think similarly. According to them, the body is a combination of physical elements, and at a certain stage, the life symptom developed by interaction of the physical and chemical elements. The science of anthropology is based on this philosophy. Currently, many pseudo-religions now becoming fashionable in America are also adhering to this philosophy and are the nihilistic, non-devotional Buddhist sect. Even if Arjuna did not believe in the existence of the soul, as in the Vaibhashika's philosophy, there would still have been no cause for lamentation. No one laments the loss of a certain bulk of chemicals and stop discharging his prescribed duty. On the other hand, in modern science and scientific warfare, so many tons of chemicals are wasted wasted for achieving victory over the enemy. According to the Vaibhashika's philosophy, the so-called soul or Atma vanishes along with the deterioration of the body. So, in any case, whether Arjuna accepted the Vedic conclusion that there is an atomic soul or he did not believe in the existence of the soul, he had no reason to lament. According to this theory, since there are so many living entities generating out of matter every moment, and so many of them are being vanquished every moment, there is no need to grieve for such incidents. If there were no rebirth for the soul, Arjuna had no reason to be afraid of being affected by the sinful reactions due to his killing his grandfather and teacher. But at the same time, Krishna sarcastically addressed Arjuna as Mahabahu, mighty armed, because he, at least, did not accept the theory of the Vaibhashikas, which leaves aside the Vedic wisdom. As a Kshatriya, Arjuna belonged to the Vedic culture, and it behooved him to continue to follow its principles. Hare Krishna. So, what I understood here, we see that Krishna, he tries to tell Arjuna what is the difference between the body and the soul. We see from text 11, text 15, Krishna speaks about the body and the soul. Then from text 16 to 25, he talks different qualities of the soul. Example, how the soul is imperishable, immortal, indestructible. Now, how the soul cannot be cut into pieces by any weapon, cannot be burned by fire, motioned by water, or whistled by the wind. So we have seen that in text 23, I think. Nenam chindanti sastrani, nenam dahati pavaka, na chainam kridantyapo, na sushati marta. So this is what Krishna has been trying to explain to Arjuna. So after having explained all these to Arjuna, Krishna is still looking at Arjuna. He's thinking, okay, what is this? Arjuna is not understanding what Krishna is saying. Here we see that he is still not sure. It looks like he still has some doubts. Arjuna still has some doubts. So when Krishna saw the confusion on Arjuna's face, he started to give some different arguments. She doesn't continue with his arguments. It's changed arguments. And kind of different artistic philosophies. Like, if it is not this, it is that. If it's not that, it should be this, right? Krishna is trying to convince Arjuna to accept at least one of the philosophies that he has been putting forward. So in this verse 26, we are going to discuss one of the philosophy that Krishna is putting forward, right? What is Krishna trying to tell Arjuna here? Which philosophy Krishna is speaking? He's speaking of a philosophy of Vada, or arguments, Buddha Vada. Like, they will analyze, they discuss, they refute, and there is no consistency. There is always an argument, but no, like, this is correct. We will see it again. Even when we see there are so many experiments being done, but there is no conclusion. And what happens when there is no conclusion? Oh, we are not sure about it. We have to do more research in it. So this is what is Krishna is trying to do here. So Srila Prabhupada mentions two terms in his purport. One is Lokayatikas, and the other one is Vaibhashikas. So these Lokayatikas and Vaibhashikas and the modern scientists, they are all in the same line. The modern scientists say that the body is a combination of the physical and chemical elements. Prabhupada wrote it. So at a certain stage, the life, what happens at a certain stage, the life symptoms develops with the interaction of physical and chemical elements. So basically, the philosophy that they put forward is that this body is nothing. Because why? It's only a combination of chemicals. Oh, life is nothing but a combination of chemicals. So they mean that at a certain point of time, life will start manifesting. So here I have heard a true story I would like to share. So there was one of a great devotee of ISKCON. He was a scientist too. So he went to a conference. There at the conference, another scientist was giving a talk. He was talking about the body and chemicals. So the devotee, scientist, he raised his hand, he stood up, and he said, okay, if the body or the life is only a combination of chemicals, I can provide you with all the chemicals needed. Whatever chemicals you want, I'll give it to you. You create a life and show me. Can you do that? That the devotee asked. At that moment, the scientist who was presenting, he stopped talking, completely stopped talking. So if this is their philosophy, then why they're not able to create life? This has been long time debating. Prabhupada talk a lot about that. Long time. They say, okay, it will happen some days. Life would be created with chemicals in a lab. We're still waiting for that. So because all the arguments are bogus, it's not true. Simply, it cannot be done. So we see that it's very, very, very difficult that whatever they are trying to tell. So here, let us try to understand these two terms, Lokaitikas and Vaibhashikas. Lokaitikas, they are like, I don't know, maybe some of us may have heard about a person named Charvak. He was a very, very ancient atheistic and materialistic person. He did not believe in karma, in yoga, in moksha, in Vedas, nothing. He would not believe in anything. In fact, if Krishna is speaking about this philosophy here, it means that even at that time, when Krishna was in Dwarpa Yuga, there were some atheistic people who were not believing in the concept of the soul, or the very existence of the soul. Even nowadays, so many people, like the Christians, they tell you there's only one life, and there is two ways, either hell or heaven. That's it. No reincarnation, nothing. Christians believe in that. I had an argument one day with a taxi driver. Not argument, just a discussion, talking about it. And then he listened to me. He said, there is something correct in your argument, but then I didn't want to carry it forward. So the Lokas and the Charvas, they were all atheistic people. And what was their philosophy? It was that the body itself is a soul, and it is the nature of the body to take birth and to die. So one takes birth and dies. That's it. For them, that is. The body is completely finished and no existence. No existence of soul. Soul doesn't exist. Finished. When the body is burned, it's finished. So when so this person, Charvak, he used to say, Javat jive sukham jivat, meaning live your life happily till you are alive. So when he was living in the ancient time, when Charvak was living, at that time, there was something like people were drinking ghee. You see, drinking ghee was considered a luxury at that time. And if palatable foodstuff were made of ghee, that was kind of big enjoyment for them. So he also used to say, Rinam gritva gritam pibat, meaning if you don't have money, no problem, no worries. Borrow the money, drink the ghee and nicely, and live your life happily and die. Because anyway, when you die, everything is finished. There is no trace or existence of your life. Finished, you are not there. So this is Lokaitikas. They believe that their body itself is soul, and once it is finished, soul also does not exist anymore. That's done, right? So now let's see the Vaibhashikas. So they are basically Buddhist. Buddhist, they do believe that soul is there, right? They agree that there is a soul, but the soul is different from the body. That is their philosophy. So the philosophy is soul deteriorates along with the body, right? So when we are growing, the soul also is growing, and then when the body deteriorates, when the body is finished, soul is also finished together, is it? So the body has taken birth, soul also takes birth, right? And then both of them live together, dwindle, and finally they die. So here, Krishna is applying the same philosophy to Arjuna. He tells Arjuna, if you believe that the soul takes birth and dies, still you don't have any reason to lament. Arjuna has been lamenting so much. But then, how is this philosophy going to help Arjuna to overcome the lamentation, the grief, the lamentation that he has? So here, two reasons are given. If no one laments for a bulk of chemicals, there are so many chemicals, no one laments for the chemicals, right? Suppose some are lost. What is the problem? As Prabhupada is saying here, in modern scientific warfare, tons of chemicals are wasted. So similarly, if one body dies, some chemical wasted, finished, no problem. So Arjuna, why are you lamenting? Krishna is telling, why are you lamenting? What is the problem? So another thing that Prabhupada also mentioned is that there are so many living entities getting generated out of matter every moment, and so many of them are being vanquished every moment. So if there were no rebirth of the soul, O Arjuna, you have no reason to be afraid of being affected by sinful reaction. Don't worry, fight. That is Krishna's argument. He's just trying to encourage Arjuna to fight. And so these are the two different reasons that Arjuna was telling Krishna that he was afraid of killing his kinsman. So Krishna is telling Arjuna that there is no cause for lamentation. Just get up and fight. So we see that Krishna is repeating again and again. Don't worry, don't lament, get up and fight. Krishna is using the word Mahabahu. Mahabaho, Kshatriya, O mighty armed, O Kshatriya, fight. He uses these words like sarcastically. Why? He's taunting Arjuna because he knows Arjuna was not ordinary person. That what has happened suddenly to him. So Krishna very beautifully gives the philosophy, and then he's trying to convince Arjuna to follow his advice. He's not pushing, but he's trying to convince him. Yes, this is like this. Yeah. So he will continue. He will double his effort. We will see in the coming verses. Krishna will continue to talk to Arjuna to convince him that he has to fight. That is Krishna's mission, right? So here, to conclude, I would like to say that in the modern day, with new technologies, many people present their philosophies on this subject. I mean, there is no existence of the soul. Many people are doing that. And but us, we understand about the soul, thanks to Srila Prabhupada, thanks to the Association of Devotees, thanks to ISKCON movement, thanks to our reading in different languages, we have understood that. We are not, I don't call myself devotee, I call myself aspiring devotee. So we should be able to discriminate which one is bona fide, because everyone tries to show that they are perfect. So let us subscribe to the philosophy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the absolute truth, Lord Shri Krishna, who is speaking here, this Bhagavad-Gita. We are reading it, we are learning it, we are studying it, we are hearing about it practically every day. I don't know about others, but every day we read a little bit of the Bhagavad-Gita. So what is he saying? That we are not the body, we are spirit, soul, and eternal. Our constitutional position is to serve Lord Shri Krishna, to connect back to him. But how do we do that? How do we connect back to Krishna? How do we connect back to him in the modern age? Is by chanting the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So I'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very beautifully explained, Mataji. Wonderful. Excellent. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Okay, so dear devotees, if you have got any questions, kindly raise, or you want to share anything, kindly share. Anything you have.
Hare Krishna Mataji, it was beautiful explanation. You were relating to many scientists and different philosophies. I really like that. Thank you very much. It was very, very nice. And yeah, I was thinking about the scientist, modern scientist. So, in biotechnology, let's say, they used to do the cell culture and then they produce a new plant, a new cloning, you might have heard as well. So how do you,
Yeah,
what do you think?
that was a long time, the cloning of the sheep, Dolly.
Yeah. So they think that scientists think that they have created a new living being, new life.
Yeah.
So how can we make them understand, like, no, this is not, no, it is not coming from the dead matter or anything else. It's coming from the living beings. So it's very difficult for them to understand these philosophies, what Krishna's philosophy basically. So how can we do that?
Thank you, Mataji, for your beautiful question. Actually, Mataji, just a story that I just said about the scientists who attended the conference, and the scientists raised that point. I give you as much chemicals as you need. Just make a life and provide me with a life. So that scientist also stopped talking. It is difficult for us unless Krishna's mercy. These people read the Bhagavad Gita under guidance of someone who knows the Gita, who can explain to them. Even Krishna has explained so nicely. Prabhupada has given explanation, synonyms, purport, everything. But Bhagavad Gita cannot be read by everyone or anyone. Bhagavad Gita should be read in the company of other devotees who know it, who has read it, who has understood it. So all we have to do is only Krishna's mercy that these people, these scientists, they get the Bhagavad Gita, they study it, and they come to know about it. Now, I don't know, do you know about Patri Prabhu? Anybody heard about Patri Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji, yeah.
Right. Patri Prabhu, who was he? He was a commando in the Ukrainian army. He accompanied Putin, and somebody just gave him on the road. And he was in his soldier attire and all. He was walking. Somebody just said, "Oh, this Bhagavad Gita is for you. You are a soldier. This is for there's war in that." Patri Prabhu got so interested. Oh, he attracted. He said, "His voice talking about war." He picked the book. He took the Bhagavad Gita. He went home. He said one word, Dhritarashtra, took him 5 minutes to just say Dhritarashtra. So he didn't read Bhagavad Gita because he was interested, right? He read Bhagavad Gita because he could not sleep at night due to pressure of work. And what did he do? He took one whole year to read the Bhagavad Gita. Then he started meeting devotees. Now he's preaching all over the world. His parents, his mother was bank manager, father was, I think, somebody in the army also. They kicked him out of the house. They said, "You have become mad. We were so proud of you. What have you done to yourself? Save your head. You have an antenna on your head, Sika." And he was taking bed sheet to use as dhoti to Harinam on the street. One day his father saw him, and nobody knew what he was doing, Harinam on the street. He left his job. His parents kicked him out of the house. 27 years later, the mother called him, "I have got cancer." So he brought the mother to India and then to Nepal, and then did all the seva that he could, and put the mother in the Ganga and said, "Repeat the Mahamantra or you will not come out of here." And then mother changed. Mother had tilak. The father said, "Oh, what happened to you?" And Patri Prabhu said, "Don't worry, your turn also will come." The mother died in Vrindavan. The mother told Patri Prabhu, "I want to go in Vrindavan because Krishna has told me in 2 days' time he's coming to get me." So you see, the mother was atheistic. The mother did not believe anything. But due to the son's reading, Putra, he was a Putra, delivered his mother. So anyone coming in contact with Bhagavad Gita, doesn't matter, scientists, doctors, philosophers, whoever, they will be delivered. We just have to pray Krishna. When the time comes, ripe time comes, then people will connect with Bhagavad Gita. Like Gayatri Mataji, she always tell me, "Thank you, Mataji, because of you, I am in different groups now." It's not me. It's Krishna wanted her because she has this, how do you call it? This endeavor, this eagerness to know more. That's why Krishna, as a medium, I was there, just used me to connect her with everyone. Many. We are in like 4 or 5 groups we are. And she's like blossoming. She's talking, she's questioning, she's reading, she's doing so many things. But similarly, if somebody tries to explain these scientists, these people, yes, Bhagavad Gita is a solution of all our problems in this material world, there will be no problem at all. Hare Krishna Mataji, sorry, I got taken away. Sorry.
It was really nice to hear. Thank you very much, Mataji. Yeah.
Hare
Yeah,
Krishna.
because like people do the cell cultures in the lab and then they produce and they don't have any idea. They think it's all matter, that it's their ignorance. I can really understand that. But to produce the cells also, some external force has to act on it. So that's how I see, actually, like, very good examples you gave about Patri Prabhu. And then, it's Prabhupada also mentions here, when you add a chemical reagents with each other and make it to physically interact, it's not going to produce any living beings. Yeah, that's
Yes,
true.
Mataji, it can produce some vegetables, right? But how many diseases are people getting nowadays due to all these things? How many diseases? Name it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
here also, like due to their ignorance, but actually the souls are everywhere revolving. So
Yeah,
they,
everywhere.
yeah, when they are about to culture something in the lab, it's by Krishna's mercy and an arrangement of the super soul existing that is giving the entry for the soul to enter into the so-called the non-living entity so that it can become a living being. So that thing the scientist doesn't know that because they don't know the philosophy of Krishna. So yeah, it's very difficult, even though Prabhupada mentions here and we try to convince others. Yeah. Krishna's mercy is very, very important here. And then when, as you said, when the right time comes, everything is going to be happening as it
And
is.
you know, Mataji, in this material world, there will always be problem because it is a place of dukhalayam asasvatam. It is always misery, and asasvatam is not real. It's real when it's not permanent. It's real, yes, it's not permanent. So, and we are under the free modes of material nature. People say, oh, we should be in the mode of goodness. We cannot be in the mode of goodness 24 hours because we have to work, we have to sleep. Passion and ignorance are there. Nobody can say, I cannot sleep. For how long? So we are getting affected by the free mode of material nature. That's why we are here just to get Krishna sent us here to reform us. It's like a prison, reformatory. You go there, you get reformed, and then Krishna take us. Krishna will not take us until we are reformed. So we were rebellious. Go to this prison. When you are ready, we'll come out, and then I'll accept you. That's what he says.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very nice conversations and explanations by Indulekha Mataji. Okay, any other questions?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Indulekha Mataji, very nice explanation of the purport, and it was so nice to describe the two different words like Lokayita and Vaibhashikas, like we did not know that, so it was nice to hear from you. So it's always so like how Amok Prabhu started, like for the devotees, to different devotees to share their own understanding of the Bhagavad Gita, and this because earlier we had done it in a different way. This is the second time we are doing, so every devotee has got their own realization, and even when we are repeating, we still learn so much from others. So it was very nice listening from you, Yasasini. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. You know, nobody is learned. We have a different conception. We read from different angle, different understanding. Now I am sharing something. Now you may know better than me. You can share your point. Somebody else may look at it from a different angle. They can come with another understanding. They can share with us. Like this, we share our knowledge and we enlarge the knowledge. This platform is we come together, we learn together, and we share together. That is what it should be like this. Thank you, Mataji.
Beautiful. Wonderful, Mataji. Okay, nice. Any other comments or realizations?
Hare Krishna, Indulekha Mataji, beautifully said. I really liked the way you always put your this thing into this. It was very nice, Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you, Gayatri Mataji. You also you did very well. You explained nicely. As I said, it's all according to our knowledge, according to our perception, according to what we read and what we understand. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for all of you for listening and putting up with me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Nice. Thank you so much. Any other comments? Prabhavati Sachi Mataji, Hemlata Mataji, you wanted to ask or share anything?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Mataji, very, very nicely explained, as Sanchita Mataji said, and also Indulekha Mataji explained. It's all learning and growing together, sharing knowledge. Very, very nice. Thank you so much, Mataji, for sharing beautifully. Also, Gayatri Mataji, thank you both. It's such a fortune to have you in the group, Mataji. So we are really, blessed. Thank you so much for joining and giving you a realization. Hari Bol.
Thank you, Mataji. It's an honor to have you, to all of you. Suppose I was on this platform on my own, I would be talking to whom? So all of you are listening. Thank you for attending. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, for accepting me as in your group and also always encouraging for whatever we do. Like, you are always encouraging and such a sport. Like, so happy to be in your association, Mataji. Thank you. And thank you, Amog Prabhuji.
It's Amoga Prabhuji Mataji, all the time inspiring and encouraging us. And all the devotees are really amazing in this group. Thank you so much. Hari Bol. Thanks for Amoga Prabhu and everyone.
The devotees are already there, so just to they are getting time. That's all we do it. Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, so this is Lokaitikas and Vaibhasikas. Runam Kurtva Gutum Bhapet Yavat Jivet Sukum Jivet Bhasmi Bhutasya Dehasya Kutah Punaraghamano Bhavet. Once the body dies, how can anyone will come and experience these sinful activities or karmic reactions? Lokaitikas and Vaibhasikas, Mayavadham. This again, there is a Sunyavadis are there, Mayavadis are there, different levels of people. Okay, so again, when it comes to Mayavadi philosophy, there is again in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Prabhupada describes in the purport very nicely. I think we have seen this one again, just once again to stress that point, how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was condemning this Mayavadis as well from one side, one angle of it. In the purport, Prabhupada was, this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was saying that Shankaracharya is not at fault, for it is under the order of Supreme Personality of Godhead that he has covered the real purport of the Vedas. And this is one angle of it. But this is where Mayavadam Asasyastram Prachannam Bodhamuchyate Maiva Kalpitam Devi Kalo Brahmana Rupina. So from the Padma Purana, Lord Shiva, he says that Mayavadam Asasyastram Prachannam Bodhamuchyate Mayeva Kalpitam Devi Kalo Brahmana Rupina. This is the Shankaracharya. So Lord Shiva appeared in the Kalo Brahmana Rupina, in the form of Brahmana, and then Mayeva Kalpitam Devi. So he has given his different interpretations. Kalpitam, instead of the true Vedic injunctions, he gave Mayavadam Asasyastram Prachannam Bodhamuchyate. That is also Bodham Sunyavadi. Brahmanasya aparam rupam nirgunam vakshate maya sarvasvam jagatu apyasya mohanardham kalau yuge. This is mohanardham. So there are so many people think that we are learned, we know so much of Vedas. So they are proud of it. Mohanardham. So just bewilder them. Kalau yuge. And sarvasya jagato apyasya mohanardham. And then Vedante tu Mahasastre Mayavadam Avaidikam. This is Avaidikam. Maiva Vakshite Devi Jagatam Nashakaranat. Look at that. Nashakaranat. This is who is saying? Lord Shiva is saying to Mother Parvati. And how he has explained and why he has done like that? Because on the order of Krishna. And the order of Krishna. See, in the Shiva Purana, Supreme Personality of Godhead told Lord Shiva that Dvaparadav yuge bhutva kalu manushadishu swagamaihi kalpitaihi tvamcha. Janan mad vimukan kuru. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying, Manmana bhav mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mam ye vaisis yuktvayam atmanam matparayana. Everyone worship me like that. And here, Krishna gave instructions to Lord Shiva in such a way Lord Shiva propagate. What is that? Dwaparado yuge bhutva. And once the Dwapara finished and Kali Yuga starts, at the time, Kalaya Manushadishu. Swagamaihi kalpitahi tvamcha. So give misinterpretations to the Vedic injunctions so that Janan mad vimukan kuru, and make these people mad vimukan. See? Mislead the people in general by propagating imaginary meanings for the Vedas to bewilder them. This is Maya. So that's why whoever hears this Sharirika Bhasya, so that one here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that one, their spiritual life will be ruined. Okay, so this is here. One should not therefore attribute very much importance to Sharirika Bhashya. In order to understand Vedanta philosophy, one must study Srimad Bhagavatam, which begins with the words Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Janmadhyasya Yatornvayat Itarashadhesu Abhijñaswarat. So likewise, we need to study. So this is again how this Mayavada philosophy is spread. Then Lord Shiva says, Shrunudevi pravakshami tamasani yatakramam esham sravana matrena patityam jnanamapi. Whoever hears this Mayavada philosophy, even shravana matrena, just by hearing, patityam jnanamapi, they will be ruined. That is tamasani yatakram. In such a way, I have explained Maya the philosophy in the form of Brahmano Kalu Brahmana Rupina, in the form of Brahmana. Apardam Suti Vakyanam Darshya Loka Garhitam. These are the Apardam Suti Vakyanam. I have explained Vedas in such a way they will be condemned. Darshya Loka Garhitam. Karma Swarupa Chadhyatvam Atra Cha Pratipadhyate. Just giving up. I told them in such a way, give up all your work. Karma Swarupa Chadhyatvam Atra Cha Pratipadhyate. I proposed this philosophy. Give up all your activity. And then Sarva Karma Paribhramshan Naishkarmyam Tatra Chochate. Paratma Jivayor Aikyam Maya Atra Pratipadhyate. Paratma Jivayor Aikyam. The individual soul and super soul both are Aikyam. Maya atra pratipadhyate. In such a way I have proposed there. Likewise, Lord Shiva is telling Parvati in the Padma Purana. So this is bewildering Mayavada philosophy. So that's why we need to always stick to the Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is the Amala Purana. So it is the topmost of all the Puranas, and so always sticking on to the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, which are all supporting to the Bhagavad Gita statement that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Aham sarvasya prabho mattah sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. Gayatri Mataji, you have got a question?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. As you were saying, why did Krishna ask Shiva to come as Shankaracharya and to bewilder us? What was the purpose for that, Prabhu?
So here, in the beginning, so there were so many Brahmanas who are proud of their knowledge. So here, if we just go and here read this purport. There are atheists are disguising themselves as the learned or Vedantists in such a way. So here, my dear Parvati, in Kali Yuga, I assume the form of Brahmana and teach this imagined Mayavada philosophy. In order to cheat the atheists, I describe the Supreme Personality of Godhead to be without form and without qualities. Similarly, in explaining Vedanta, I describe the same Mayavada philosophy in order to mislead the entire population toward atheism by denying the personal form of the Lord. This is for what? To cheat the atheistic people.
Okay, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna,
Um,
Babuji. Hare Krishna. Can I say something?
Yes, Mataji.
So the brahmanas, the people, they were killing the animals, and because in the Vedas it is said somewhere that if they want to eat meat, they have to offer it to Goddess Kali, and then they eat. So people took that bit mostly, and then they started killing so many animals. That's why Lord Buddha, he came, right, to stop the slaughtering of animals, right? So then, when they stopped reading the Vedas, there was chaos, right? Then Shankaracharya came. But then Shankaracharya also, before leaving, he said, Bhaja Govinda, Bhaja Govinda, Bhaja Govinda Mudamase. But he tried to say that the Lord doesn't have a form, that the Lord doesn't exist or something like that. But then he said Bhaja Govinda. So it's a bit confusing sometimes, but the purpose also was because, and then Goddess Kali, people go and offer animals or even human life were being offered, right? Before, like we know the pastime of Jarbharat, where they were taking Jarbharat to be killed, to be offered to Goddess Kali. Mother Kali came out and killed all those people. So Mother Kali, she doesn't eat any, she doesn't take any non-veg. It's just for her followers, because she's the wife of Lord Shiva, and their followers are all the Bhutas, Pichasas. So it's for the followers, not for the Mother Kali. So people don't. Mother Kali, she is a pure devotee. She doesn't eat all these. But then Lord Shiva had to come. Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Mataji. So, and also in this purport, Prabhupada is saying, the Mayavadi philosophers have presented their arguments in such attractive, flowery language that hearing Mayavadi philosophy may sometimes change the mind of even Mahabhagavata or very advanced devotee. An actual Vaishnava cannot tolerate any philosophy that claims God and the living being to be one and the same. This is again one strong statement. We should not, that's why Swarupa Damodar Goswami says that if anyone tries to hear and to understand Maya, it is insane. It is a foolishness. So likewise, we see the pastimes in the Chaitanya Charitamrita about this. Okay, so this is a few statements. Such kind of people are here in the...
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Indulekha Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mataji.
And also, we should discriminate who is a Vaishnava and who is a Brahmana. Because Brahmana and Vaishnava, they are completely different. A Vaishnava, he can be a Brahmana, but a Brahmana cannot be a Vaishnava until he takes to Krishna consciousness. Because Brahmana, they are doing the karma kandi. Vaishnava, no.
Yes, so Brahmana is just a preliminary stage. Again, in the Brahmanas, Brahmana Vaishnavas and Brahmanas who follow the Smartha and different lineage, who just only worship demigods. So such kind of Brahmanas, they don't believe in Krishna again. Such kind of people, Yoveti, what is that? There is one verse that who thinks that Krishna is body, yo veti bhautikam deham krishnasya paramatmanah sa sarvasya sa sarasvat bahishkaryah smartha srauta smartha vidanatah. Such kind of people are to be rejected from the smartha srauta vidanatah. All kind of purificative process. If Brahmana thinks yo veti bhautikam deham krishnasya paramatmanah, such kind of people we should not accept for any of our process, either for the smartha or to doing puja. Some people, they do like that, but we should not accept for doing such kind of activities, because they do not have belief in the Krishna, who thinks that Krishna's body is of material. And if we see that one has to take bath along with his clothes, sachelam snanam acharet, tasya mukam Tasyavlokam mukam, some kind of like, if we see their faces like that, such kind of brahmanas who thinks like that, one has to go and home and take bath along with his clothes. Just put the water on top of his. It is a tradition in India also. Nowadays, some people follow. There are some people, brahmanas are like this. So here, when we see Maya, the philosophy, why Lord Shankara was preaching Maya, the philosophy, it is also one of it. Okay. Thank you so much, Mataji. So there are many philosophies out there, but we just only go with the Bhagavad Gita as it is. This philosophy as it is, Krishna gave us. Okay, that is from. Okay, so now we are a few minutes past 9 o'clock. Okay, so dear devotees, if you have got any questions, kindly ask, or you wanted to share anything, kindly share before we move on to the next part, Narasimha. And I also request kindly unmute all devotees and to say 3 loud Haribols to Gayatri Mataji and Indulekha Mataji, please.
Hari bol, Hari bol,
Hari
Hari bol.
Bol. Very beautiful. Okay, so thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. Please. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji, for giving your valuable time and speaking to all of us. It's a different reflections, a different taste. Okay, we shall move to the next part, Narasimha prayers. Today by Narasimha prayers by Mr. Sanchita Mataji's and family. Yes, it is. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yeah. We'll do it.
When you are ready, Mataji, please.
Yes, Prabhu, just a second. उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णु ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युर्मृत्यु नमाम्यहम् जय नरसिंह श्री नरसिंह जय जय नरसिंह प्रह्लादेषु जय पद्म मुख पद्म लिंग
नमस्ते नरसिंहाय
नमस्ते नरसिंहाय
प्रह्लादलाददायिने
प्रह्लादलाददायिने
हिरण्यकशिपूर्वक्षः
हिरण्यकशिपूर्वचः
शीलटङ्कानकाराय
शिलाटङ्कानकालाय
ओ नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह
इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह
यातो यातो अमिततो नरसिंह
यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंह
बहिर्नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह
हे नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह
बहिर्नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह
हरि नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह
बहिर्नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह
हे नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह
नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपदे
नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपदे
नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपदे
नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपदे
कर कमल बरे नखमद्भुत श्रृंगा दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभिगा यशपतित हरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे।
तब कर कमल बरे नाभात श्रीराम दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनु वृंदा केशवदृश नर हरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे।
केशवदीप नर हरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे।
केशवदृता नर हरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे।
जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव।
नरसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव।
जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज।
जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज।
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय शिला प्रभुपाद।
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय श्री प्रभुपाद।
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय हरि बोल।
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल। जय जय नरसिंह भगवान की जय, भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, जगत गुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम प्रभानंदे हरि हरि
बोल।
हरि हरि
हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Sanchita Mataji, Pallab Prabhuji, Purvasha Mataji, and Pranshu Prabhuji. Very beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhu, for giving the opportunity to serve. Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Very nice, Mataji. All family, all goodies to your service. Thank you so much. So good.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so now
Thank you, Mataji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna devotees. We should say 3 loud Hari Bols to our Ramok Prabhuji, as always, so dedicated. Thank you so much.
Hari
Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
Hari
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hare Bol to Prabhavati Sachi Mataji for kindly arranging all the devotees allocations every week disciplinedly, reaching everyone, and it is not easy task, Mataji knows. Okay, so Hari Bols to the Prabhavati Sachi Mataji as well. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Thank you all. They are very nice, Prabhuji. All of them are very nice all the time. Thank you so much, Hari Bol, for the service.
Thank you, ma'am. And we got Ram Lala Prabhuji as well. Of course, we also pray, keep praying to Ram Lala Prabhuji and Gaurangi Devi Mataji. So it is. So Gaurangi Mataji is also going through hard times with Prabhuji. Gaurangi Mataji's Prabhuji. So Prabhuji is not well. So we pray for all the suffering souls and to show Lord's mercy upon them so that they will overcome their obstacles and then execute devotional service. Okay, so with that one, we shall conclude our session for tonight. and see you tomorrow morning for Japa session at 5:30 a.m.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Unfortunately, we cannot join.
Yeah,
Thank
sure.
you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha
कृपयासिन्धुभ्यो एव च
कृपासिन्धुभ्यः
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो
वैष्णवेभ्यो
नमो नमः।
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
श्री वैष्णव वृंद की
कोटि
जय।
वैष्णव वृंद की
श्रील
जय।
प्रभुपाद की जय।
जय।
Hare Krishna conscious night everyone. Hare
हरे
Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण।